Hello, everyone, and welcome to General Lando 327 plays Tales of Grace's F, Episode 7. We have reached the adulthood phase of the game, which is really most of the game. The childhood thing was more of a prologue. And we are headed back home to Lant because apparently Asbel's dad died. Notice that the cost is no longer like 10 gold or gold or whatever. Yeah, we don't get kids rates anymore. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little rusty with combat. It's been about a week since I played this. Mostly because, well, work. And also, well, job hunting. And also because, Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age came out. So I was playing that until I just rage quit it. Which surprisingly took me longer than being bored. I was bored long before that.
Once we reach land, I'll look into hiring a turtles transport. You must be exhausted after so much travel.
Thank you, but I'm fine, really.
But what about your illness?
It's gone. It disappeared 7 years ago, just after everything happened. Now I'm stronger than almost everyone I know.
7 years. Maybe Sophie is watching over us somehow. I'm glad you're better, Sharia.
Thanks. Me too.
By the way, before I get all of the naysayers saying that, I'm a terrible gamer because I rage quit Final Fantasy XII, especially the Zodiac Age, which honestly is easier than the original. It's not necessarily that I was stuck, I just got really annoyed at a boss. Actually, it wasn't even a boss, it was a mark that I probably tried to do too early. Why am I trying to save? I don't need to save. Cancel, thank you. Okay, so now we're back in Port Barona, or whatever this one is. Barona Port, something like that. I don't know. Let's see, I don't think I have anything new to dualize. Nope. Nada. Okay. Mixer is charged. You don't have anything interesting? Nope. Figured. What do I have in the mixer at the moment? Beef, chicken, bread, rice. Right. EXP boost. Speaking of, well, now I may as well recharge my mixer. The whole, 6, but whatever. Not bad. Okay. Aw, I didn't restock my supplies. Boo. Fish somewhere, right? Let's see. Fish. Salmon. That'll work. Somewhere here there should be a cat. wasn't the same kid sitting here when I left. How is he not aged 7 years? Weird. Where's the cat? I guess, does this still count as Corona? So, I need to be talking to everybody. Got out of the habit of talking to everybody during my Final Fantasy XII playthrough. I was considering streaming Final Fantasy XII, and then I realized that it's incredibly boring to watch. Especially since I'm playing Final Fantasy 13. 12 used to be my game that I would go back to whenever I was bored of everything else. Now that game is 13. And the reason is primarily because the system of 13 is just a step up from the Gambit system from 12. So it makes it kind of eh. Ooh, new slot in the mixer. After playing 13 so much, going back to 12 has made me realize like how little the system holds up. The story's still decent, but the character development is not as good as 13 and 15. And the system is just a step down from 13. You can tell that it's like a definite midway point between what they tried to do with 10.2 and what they did with 13. What am I doing? I'm trying to figure out what else I want to put in here. Takes too much out. Don't need those. No particular reason to put those in. Sure, that works. No, it doesn't, because it's the same probability as that. Which means I'm never going to get to it. Well, first off, let's just move these things around. Unless, you know what I could do? What else could I put in here that might be useful? This is better, yeah, that's 30%. That's not horrible either, but it's pretty low. We're gonna go for the samurai claw. There we go. What do you decide? It's alright if you get back up that way.
Let's do this! Ha! Strike!
Oh yeah, I have other options now. Let's see. Bird / petrify. Those are all slash. Ow! That was unnecessary.
Okay, Demon Fang, you won't fall! Ha. Ha. Yeah. Ha. I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
As long as we're here, we may as well get some more milk. Discovery, thank you.
Let's do this!
Strike and burn. Ooh. That's dragon flurry now. Let's see, where do I want to put that? Oh. I'd forgotten about these. So this is not so much one that I can actually set. It's actually one that just occurs when I'm doing A arts. If I hold the X button when I attack, it will automatically have this effect. I forgot about that. So a 3cc A art. Okay. Wow. Now I remember what burn. Strike. Wasn't it? So slash, of course it is. But I can get there that way.
Win! Eat this!
So
eat this! Eat this! I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
all right.
Let's do this!
Same thing with these. Let's see what that doesn't do.
Eat this! Eat this! Eat this! Win! Next! Eat this! Win! I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing. Sheria, get back! You little... He will survive! Eat this! Eat this! Eat this! Win! Eat this! Win! Eat this! Kill! I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
What was that?
What, that light from my hand? I don't know. It just started happening recently.
You're hurt.
Oh, this? It's nothing. I'm fine.
You won't be fine if it gets infected.
What the? Sharia? You can do it too?
Yeah, it just started happening recently. The doctor thinks that incident 7 years ago might have unlocked some kind of unknown power.
An unknown power.
Hey, look, Sherry is
Yeah,
actually
all
useful
better.
now.
Thanks. Kinda funny to see little Sharia all grown up and healing people's wounds. Remember that time I hurt my hand and you tried to bandage it up with a big old sock? Good times.
It's been a long time, Asbel. People change. Also, I can fight for myself now. You don't have to save me from monsters anymore.
So why haven't you been fighting?
Let's go.
So yeah, she's a full-fledged member of the party now. Yay. So she uses throwing knives, which is interesting. Let's see. Bench XP. Bench HP. That's already done. She needs that. Has to have parry heal. Everybody needs parry heal.
Hey, remember that guy at the Night Academy? Well, he gave me permission to graduate.
How wonderful for you.
Thanks.
But if I'm not mistaken, wouldn't a King's Knight have to stay in the capital?
No, because I'm still technically a student. And besides, the captain wants my report on the situation in Lond.
I see. So you'll return to the capital when the matter is settled?
Yeah, but I'll be in Lond for a while yet. I'm worried about my mother.
Then I guess we should get moving.
Sharia.
I don't know why I was thinking that was an openable chest. Yes, I have an enemy book. Why don't you people ever say anything new? No, I don't. Thanks. Just want to make sure that I got something back here, because I think I might have forgotten it. Not that it was really that important, but... still. There it is. Knew I missed that chest. Like I say, not that a feather is all that important, but for the sake of completion. I was just about to say, I'm not getting very lucky with shimmering points. Really not, but...
Okay, let's do this!
Strike! Win!
Bear this name in judgment. Right on! Win! Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Ready? That should buy us some time at least, right?
That's not what I wanted. So now we got a new art. Aquatic Fiend Strike.
I can't lose.
Bear this name in judgment. Bear this name in judgment. Swing!
Eat this!
Shine on! Get ready!
I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing. I can't lose.
Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment.
Okay, you won't live to regret this.
Ready?
Eat this! I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
Just because we haven't done it, let's see what Sherry gets. So she's primarily a healer, obviously. Not that that's a really big surprise, given her little "I can do things too" rant.
Game on!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment.
Eat this! Win!
There! Here goes.
Eat this! Win!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Win! I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
Still can't go this way.
Okay, let's do this. There! That should buy us some time at least, right?
So sure, we got a new title. Not that I'm intending to switch it right away, but I do want to see. Explore. It did say she got a new title, right? Maybe I misread it. Oh, I got a new title. Okay. X-Dragon, X-Intact, that'll be useful. Plus, it gives a automatic aquatic attribute to anything, any attacks that I make while I'm in that form, so. Or in that title, anyway. So that'll be useful in certain places.
Bailey!
Sharia, come quickly. Frederick has been captured by the Fendalian army.
Grandpa, no!
Those curs have launched a full-scale invasion of Lant. Please forgive me. I was with Frederick at the time, but was unable to protect him. When we are finished, I am prepared to accept full punishment for this failure. But first, we must attempt to rescue Frederick.
Right. Where did you last see him?
Near the main skirmish between the border fortress and Lant Hill.
All right, I'll leave at once.
I'm coming too.
You too, Lord Asbel?
We can't let those Fendolian brutes take Frederick. Come on, Sharia.
Still nothing new to dualize. Let's go get another one of those. We can get a new sword for Asbel. Or we could have had enough money. Wait, what? Why does it say I have one? Why do I have a better weapon and haven't upgraded it? Exactly. Huh. Okay. So that'll raise my physical defense just a little bit, but it'll lower my Krius defense and my evasion. On the other hand, I think she can actually use... Yeah. So we're going to give you that. We're going to give you the leather guard. Okay, no, okay. So now I can make another poison paralysis charm. What just... Or at least I could if I had enough gold. That's kind of annoying. So instead of getting the requests from the innkeeper, since there's not an inn that we stay at here, we just get it from our maid. Well, I guess I'm glad I didn't turn that paralysis charm into a poison paralysis charm. I had an apple pie, so we can do that. So we need to get 2 shattered bones and assorted flowers. Obviously, the assorted flowers is a key item that we get from something else. Let's see. So if I go into the library and go to the... actually, no. This one's the items menu. Then go to the... Obviously, I don't have them. Why am I looking here for it? Yep, I'm being an idiot today. Oh, right. I have to switch books. That's why. I need the... That's what I wanted. I don't think we found the shattered bone yet. We have not. So we haven't found anybody that drops a shattered bone yet. So we gotta find that one too. Alright then. Wait. So that note is the clue to the password to the chest down here. So like the chest that we opened in the chest. Right. Oh, that chest. So like the chest that we opened in Corona, we just have to put in the correct password. And in this case, it's an Aldivide, which is another like the hourglass that we got last episode. So the hourglass basically stops time for your enemies. The Aldivide, on the other hand, when you use this, all damage that is dealt by anything, you or your enemies, is cut in half. The only way that the effect ends is if the battle ends or if you use another one. So it makes for an interesting little tool. Oops. Did I get that already? I think I got that already. Maybe I didn't. Oh, nope, I hadn't gotten that one already. I think I did that in one of my other playthroughs recently. Like prepping for this. So that should be our second plushie. Yep, we have the Moji-kun plushie and the Noko plushie. And I'm sure I botched those names, but, you know, I don't know Japanese. I actually do want to learn Japanese, but I don't know it. Which house? There's another magic card. It's going to be a while before we unlock that side quest, but better off to get the cards as we go along. At least the ones that we can. Alright, so now we're going to head back towards Lant Hill. If I remember to press the button to actually exit the area. Been playing too much Final Fantasy 12, obviously. There's no stick right now.
Let's do this!
So the same one that does the aerial will do my insect thing. Which will work out well. Then I can just stick with the same direction and get the slash part of it.
Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Bear this name in judgment. Ready? 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 Bear this name in judgment. Hear my plea, O tiny sprites. Pixie circle.
I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
Wait, what? How did she master that so quickly? I never saw her get the parry heal ability. Weird. Alright, well, whatever. Why is this useful? So these adept titles are basically once they use a certain ability, X amount of times they get a title basically saying that they've used it so often. And then I think there's a couple levels of it for each ability. It's been a while. Alright, so we're going to go for this one so that we can get the Rise ability. Or our first Rise ability. Oh, that'll be an equipment for this Sharia.
Let's do this!
Ready? Bear this name in judgment. That's it? Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. That should buy us some time at least, right?
Ability. I think that was the ability I was actually looking for in this one. Oh, new art too. Is what they've done.
This road hasn't changed at all in the past 7 years.
That's not true. There are lots of differences if you just take a moment to look. Maybe time just hasn't moved on for you.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I am just living in the past.
How so?
I have so many regrets about who I was 7 years ago. I've devoted my life trying to reclaim what was lost. And
Stop it. Just stop. She's dead and there's no going back.
game on!
Ready?
Win!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Eat this!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Beautiful! Ready?
I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
Hey, there's our first shattered bone.
Okay, let's do this. Ready?
Eat this!
Bear this name in judgment.
Eat this!
Ready?
Win!
Ready?
Ow. It's slash and paralysis. I think, that's gonna paralysis him. So I don't have anything with paralysis, but
Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Eat this!
That should buy us some time at least, right? Okay, let's do this. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Eat this! Dragon!
Bear this name in judgment. Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
we actually to look and see, but I think we actually want to go to Long Tail to get that quest item. Let's see. Sorted flowers. No, okay. Wait, what? Okay. Alright, so we're not there yet. Couldn't remember for sure.
Lord Asbel, look.
We're coming, Frederick. We will survive!
So we basically don't have anything useful other than our normal strikes. Oh, yes we do. Huh. What the?
Snake in judgment.
Okay! Mow him down!
Bear the snake in judgment.
Mow him down!
Okay, the wrong one. No, I'm good. So,
Bear the snake in judgment. Ready?
Mow him down!
Bear the snake in judgment.
You're
You're
not
my
looking
hero,
good.
tiny sprites. Pixie circle. Your radiance. Pixie circle. You're my hero, tiny sprites. Pixie circle. Oh, miraculous soothing light. Healing circle. Ready?
Messed up.
That should buy us some time at least, right?
Frederick, are you all right?
Lord Asbel, I never dreamed to meet you here. I don't deserve your presence after what has happened.
I know about my father, Frederick. You don't need to apologize.
Lord Asbel.
Look! More Fendelian weapons!
I think
When
it
did
was fun.
Fendel get their hands on those?
I don't know, but they're laying waste to our forces.
Fendel's not messing around. The town's going to be in serious trouble if they get through. We have to stop them here.
We've attempted numerous frontal assaults, but we simply lack the men to combat them.
Then we'll have to get clever with the terrain. Maybe we could drop them off a cliff.
A cliff?
The meadow on Lawn Hill isn't far from here. I'll distract the enemy. You go ahead and lead our people to safety.
What are you going to do?
You'll see. Hear me, people of Fendel! I am Asbel Lant, son of Lord Aston, and knight of the Windor Kingdom. If there are any warriors among you, let them step forward and face my blade! That got their attention. Now I just have to lead them to the meadow. Sharia, go with the others. I can handle this myself.
I'll be fine.
Find that unlikely.
They're coming! Sharia, go! Run for the meadow!
You don't want to try to fight this thing head on. You can't win. Get that. Thank you.
Okay, let's do this. Bear this name in judgment. Bear this name in judgment.
Okay, Demon Fang!
Ready? Bear this name in judgment. That should buy us some time at least, right?
I can't lose.
Ready?
Eat this!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Win!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
Okay, let's do this. Ready? Ready?
Eat this! I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing. I can't lose.
Ready?
Eat this!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Great job. I didn't fight all those enemies for nothing.
Sorry, there's not much going on in this video. We're gonna have a cutscene here. Chest. I don't think that's it. Alright.
Behind us!
We're almost there. Yes, we did it.
Asbel, look out!
Damn it.
Oh no!
Those poor flowers.
Syria!
Oh yeah, and I suppose potentially the people too. I feel like this is where Eris should show up and just save the day. Oh wait, that's the wrong
Damn it.
series? My bad.
Not again. It's all over. I didn't protect anyone. This can't be happening. No!
Maybe it is Eris.
What? What's going on?
Is that...
Okay, so it's not Eris. This makes mildly more sense. At least it's the right series.
No way!
Sophie?
She can't fight them alone.
Come on!
Actually, I'm pretty sure she probably could.
Why? Ready?
Okay, mow him down! Mow him down!
Bear this name in judgment. Eagle dive! Ready?
Slash!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Mow him down!
Bear this name in judgment. Ready?
Mow him
Bear
down!
this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Bear this name
Ow.
in judgment.
That was unnecessary.
Fading light. Healing circle. Ready? Heal. Bear this name in judgment. Ready? Bear this name in judgment. Bear this name in judgment.
So this is the enemy's variation of my Elf bursts that, you know, basically they
Bear this name in
can
judgment.
keep attacking continually.
Bear this name in judgment.
Ow!
Ready?
Thought I was outside the range of that
That
attack.
should buy us some time at least, right? It really is. Sophie.
It can't be Sophie. It's impossible. Sophie's gone. She's been dead for 7 years.
Sophie?
But is it? Has she lost her memory too? Follow me. There's something I want to show you. Seven years ago, me, Sophie, and Richard all came to
As soon as
this
we get to
very
a save
spot
point, we'll
and swore
end this
a pact
episode.
of friendship. Look here at this tree trunk. Well, do you remember anything?
Like, putting an R at the end of your name for some reason?
I don't know. But just looking at this tree makes me feel somehow strange. It's like looking at something that's very precious to me. So, what does it mean?
You can't be the real Sophie. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Even still, I can hardly imagine you as anyone else. I mean, you look just like her. Wow. So what happens now? Do you want to come back to town with us?
That would be best. It's really dangerous here.
Okay, then let's hurry back. I'm starting to get worried about the others.
Yes. Let's go.
A Sophia seed? Maybe Sophie is watching over us after all.
I like how they put a question mark after her name now. Are you learning? Oh yeah, you're getting the first aid boost. That's fine. Alright, so we do want to get some chests over here, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the save point, and we'll do that at the beginning of the next episode. Same thing with that skit, we'll just watch it at the beginning of the next episode because we're already over time there. Alright. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Again, I'm sorry if this one was a little bit boring and there wasn't really much to talk about at this point. It's just a bunch of going from point A to point B. But, you know, that's how games are. So, if you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button and share it with your friends. And hit subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time. Have a great day.